When we say jellyfish, your mind probably jumps to... But the truth is, most cnidarians, the phylum to which the jellyfish belongs, are peaceful, beautiful, and even useful. The best way to discover these amazing creatures is to see them live. So armed with the knowledge as told in the former slides, we set off to different aquariums around our state.
Traveling to both the San Francisco Bay Aquarium and the prestigious Monterey Bay Aquarium, we observed several types of cnidarians in their true form, with the exception of hydrozoa, which are too needy to live in aquariums. All the major classes were found, including hundreds of species and thousands of individual animals. The most enlightening aspect of these travels was seeing the behaviors and bodies of the animals. This cannot be more understated than with the true jellyfish, as their bells and tentacles move in famously mesmerizing way. And thanks to the supernatural lighting, we can observe their bodies much better than in the open ocean.
The moon jellyfish falls under this category. This jellyfish is named for its apparent crater-like designs on its pale white bell. But what most people don't know is that these are actually its stomachs. Right after a moon jellyfish eats, these can be seen lined with food waiting to be digested. The reason you see the food gravitating towards the side is so that the endodermis, the layer of cells lining the stomachs, can digest the nutrients, after which the jellyfish expels the refuse from its mouth. In this shot, you can see the tentacles of the jellyfish slowly placing food in the stomach, along with the jellyfish with its endoderm actively digesting. The aquarium is also a great place to explore the bioluminescent qualities of jellyfish. Most jellyfish, like the umbrella jellyfish in this clip, accomplish this glow by releasing into specialized canals a substance called luciferin, which reacts with oxygen to create the glow. The comb jellyfish, which moves around by use of special fins called cilia, also uses this chemical reaction, but to add to the effect, it uses its cilia like fiber optic cables to refract and move around the light, giving it the shimmering effect we see.
Most jellyfish glow to deter predators, while others do the opposite, glowing to attract prey like the infamous anglerfish. Still others do a mix. The crystal jelly descends into the dark to hide from predators and ascends to the surface when it wants to feed, turning on its lights to attract prey better. Here you can see the same process being recreated in the aquarium by way of artificial light being flickered on and off.
Another well-represented cnidarian at the aquariums are the anemones. Anemones are crucial to ocean survival, especially in coral reefs, and many exhibits incorporate these creatures to help clean the tank, which they do by eating any refuse that falls into their many tentacles. Among the best at this job is the aptly named giant anemone. With a diameter of almost 30 centimeters, it doesn't just clean up the tank, but also completely devours any crabs, fish, mussels, and sea urchins that happen to crawl across its surface. If it can't get enough to eat, it can also move about 4 centimeters an hour, or about 3 feet a day, into more productive areas. Other species, like strawberry anemones, find strength in numbers. These smaller anemones, which multiply and spread extremely quickly by way of cloning themselves, can cover entire reefs in a matter of months. Fortunately, they are prevented from taking over by creatures like sea slugs, and some species of fish which eat them. Perhaps the most important of all the cnidarians is the corals. If it wasn't for these, the seas would be all but devoid of any complex life. Aquariums are quick to pick up on this, and most of the exhibits incorporate some sort of coral for the animals to hide in, lay their eggs, rear their young, and eat. Some exhibits, like this one, show the range of the types of coral and the different ways they've evolved. Corals that are mainly carnivores and focus on eating small organisms, like plankton, usually have a more vertical, fan-like appearance, while corals which mainly get their food via photosynthesis have a more horizontal, dinner plate-like appearance, so as to soak up as much rays as possible.
One anthozoan that doesn't fall into either the coral or anemone category is the sea pen. This unique-looking creature is often found withdrawn into its foot, but when it needs to feed, it lives up to the name and blooms out into a stunning display of color. It also possesses, like jellyfish, bioluminescent qualities and glows a bright green when stimulated.
Cnidarians are both one of the most amazing, yet one of the most unknown phylums. For instance, most cnidarians aren't even on the endangered species list, due to oceanographers' lack of knowledge about them. Their numbers and evolutions fluctuate in strange ways, and their locations are even harder to pinpoint. But it is only thanks to animals like Cnidarians that we can really come to grips with how wide, alien, and beautiful our oceans really are.